Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now the end of January of 2022, and we're only getting closer to the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series, The Bad Batch Season 2, Star Wars Andor, and of course The Mandalorian Season 3, which is all sitting ready to drop by this holiday season. So we have a lot of things coming our way for this year, and especially for next year in 2023, by far. Those are going to be the most important years, this year and next year. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, I am on Twitter at Mike01 if you guys want to go ahead and give me a follow on there. I do make sure to post a couple of entertaining things from time to time and really interact with you guys further. So, the thing about George, John, and Dave right now is that they really are very busy with The Mandalorian Season 3 and The Bad Batch Season 2. In fact, they're already pre-working on The Bad Batch Season 3. They really want to kind of expand on those characters and how it really ties directly into other TV shows. Now, the thing about everything related to the mandoverse, as the fandom likes to call it, and even Jon Favreau is now calling it the mandoverse. He picked up on the fans, by the way. Everything related to this verse between Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni handling the post-Return of the Jedi era, but an era that is not quite as close to The Force Awakens. Everything that ranges from the Boba Fett series to Mando to Ahsoka. It's really going to all interconnect with each other with new TV shows as well that are all sitting ready to be announced at Star Wars Celebration this year. So keep your eyes open for May. We're going to be getting a lot of major announcements by Disney CEO Bob Chapek. I personally cannot wait for that. But everything related to, by far, one of the fan favorite characters, Luke Skywalker, alright? Ever since Season 2's ending, the finale, if you will, that was directed by Peyton Reed, I gotta say, we saw a big shift in the fandom and their interest in the Star Wars universe in comparison to how Kathleen Kennedy handled the sequel trilogy. So, with John and Dave now, of course, working on the Ahsoka series in The Mandalorian Season 3, they are also preparing big things with many of the beloved characters from the originals and the prequels to appear in multiple new Star Wars shows. Now, it's described that one major plan by John and Dave is to recast Luke Skywalker that will be portrayed by actor Sebastian Stan toward the end of The Mandalorian Season 4. Now, further, it's noted that the majority of Season 4 will still use the CG version of Luke. However, near the end of the series, John and Dave are set and ready to debut the recast of Luke by Sebastian Stan in all his glory. Now, it's noted that one major scene that is planned with actor Sebastian Stan to happen in 2023 involves for him to play Luke Skywalker at his Jedi training temple on the world that was briefly seen in The Last Jedi. So, in case you guys have forgotten about that film so much to the point where you can't really recall what the Jedi temple looked like in the flashback, it had a very unique design, I will give it that. I personally will say, as much as I dislike The Last Jedi, and I will go as far to say that I hate The Last Jedi because there's a lot of flaws in there that were not only flaws, but there were also intentional flaws thrown in there by Rian Johnson to really kind of just deconstruct the character of Luke, in my opinion. When you look at the Jedi Training Temple, that was the only good thing going for the flashback scene, is that we got to finally see Luke Skywalker's Jedi Order. The thing that was horrible, though, is that we never really got to see anything beyond that. And that's exactly what the Mandoverse is going to build on. Both John and Dave are going to be showing us exactly what the Jedi Training Temple is like, outside and from within, in different angles, and of course with Luke Skywalker being young and there. And not only that, we're also going to be learning a lot more about him becoming a Jedi Master and training all of these new generation of Jedi. So, again, John and Dave, they are doing amazing things with the Book of Boba Fett Chapter 6 and 7. Just keep your eyes out for that as well. But Mandalorian Season 3, and especially Season 4 with Sebastian Stan, is really going to change things forever. So, on top of this, alright, though Luke is planned to have 2 Jedi training temples in the new lore, both on Yavin 4 and this new world, the end of Season 4 will show the fans the construction of his Jedi temple, along with all of his Jedi students, including Ben Solo in the mix as well. Now, Sebastian Stan is described to act as a Luke Skywalker training his Jedi students and giving them all a very important lesson. This whole scene is already storyboarded and finalized to be included in the script, and that expansive concept art has been made for the scene already, that they plan to begin filming sometime by the end of this year. Now, with Luke Skywalker having a brand new design in Season 4, such as a set of new Jedi robes, Favreau and Filoni are also set to bring fans inside Luke's Jedi Temple in Season 4 of The Mandalorian. It's worth noting that it will not be called Season 4, but will be considered a continuation of The Mandalorian Season 3 and treated as a 4th season. A young Ben Solo is also going to be a big part of this entire scene and the Jedi training that goes along with Luke at his temple, where Ben Solo is set to even help build part of the temple huts on each side. Sebastian Stan as Luke Skywalker is said to be a type of recast that will also use some minor CGI to assist in making Stan into the perfect Luke, along with mastering young Mark Hamill's mannerisms in the show. In case you guys did not know this, they wanted to do this in Solo: A Star Wars Story, where they wanted to actually take Alden Ehrenreich and throw some minor CG work on his face consistently throughout the entirety of the movie. That, to me, I think would have been a better route to kind of make him look more like Harrison Ford in his prime. They could have done something as simple as that, but that is what they are going to do in The Mandalorian Season 4. So, in case a lot of fans out there are wondering what's going on with Season 3, that's going to be CG Luke. It all begins at the very end of Season 4, where they're going to begin the recast with Sebastian Stan. So that's a very interesting note, is the fact that we have, of course, George, John, and Dave paying attention to the fans. This is yet another fan cast that is about to happen. So what I mean by that is that a lot of fans before Mando Season 2, even before Season 1, even before a live-action TV show is in the works, everybody was asking for Ahsoka Tano to be cast by Rosario Dawson, and that actually became a reality because John and Dave listened to the fans, and they took that opportunity, and you know what, it worked out for the best, and they're doing the same exact thing right now with Sebastian Stan. So, moving on from this, alright, with the return of Luke in The Mandalorian Season 3, also Season 4 is going to introduce Stan so that it teases of what's to come for the show dubbed as Star Wars Jedi Knight, that will be considered a young Luke Skywalker TV show for Disney+. Sebastian Stan as Luke is also set to have scenes with Grogu, and the puppeteers that control Grogu are said to take part in a very important scene that will involve Grogu's new lightsaber in the show that will truly surprise fans. John and Dave are described to be making some changes to the appearance of Luke's temple in comparison to how it appeared in The Last Jedi in order to make it unique for the mandoverse to differentiate it from the sequel trilogy movies and comics. John and Dave are truly excited about all of this and cannot wait to announce things further. So one thing I gotta say about all of this is that this just goes to show you how ambitious John and Dave really are, how in tune with the fandom they really are, and I gotta say, I mean, things are looking up. And the way I look at these TV shows, they almost come off like they're books because they're so expansive. It has so many things going on, so many things being told at once, and it just feels very big when you look at all the shows that are in the works. In a way, Star Wars shows are going to work in the positive sense, but movies are still, you know, of course, where it's all at, and that's what they're going to continue as well. So overall, guys, you know, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.